will now call a common council meeting of November 18th, 2025 to order. Roll call, please.
Alderwoman Haas. Lorick.
Here.
Alderman Ritz is excused. Alderwoman Marshall.
Here.
Gale.
Here.
Guzekowski.
Here. Everybody please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, approval of minutes takes us back to the minutes of 11/4/25, earlier in the month. Satisfied, there's no errors, omissions, corrections, or discussion? Motion.
Marshall will move to approve the minutes of November 4th, 2025.
Guzekowski will second.
Roll call?
Alderman Lorick.
Aye.
Marshall.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Haas.
Aye.
And item 4 is first public hearing. It is the 2026 executive draft budget. Please.
City of Oak Creek Notice of Public Hearing 2026 Executive Draft Budget, Tuesday, November 18th, 2025, 7 o'clock p.m. Notice is hereby given that on Tuesday, November 18th, 2025, the Common Council of the City of Oak Creek will meet in the Civic Center Council Chambers at 8040 South 6th Street at 7 o'clock p.m. for the purpose of holding a public hearing on the 2026 Executive Draft Budget. The purpose of the public hearing is to solicit public comment on the city's 2026 annual property tax levy and budget. Persons wishing to participate in the meeting may attend in person. Persons who wish to view the meeting live without participating may visit the City of Oak Creek YouTube page via Oak Creek live stream webpage. Persons requiring other reasonable accommodations may contact the city at 414-766-7000. The request should be made as far as in advance as possible. A summary of the 2026 executive draft budget is published herewith, and public notice is hereby given that the public budget detail is available for public inspection at the city clerk's office at the Oak Creek Civic Center, 8040 South 6th Street, Oak Creek, Wisconsin, during the hours of 7:30 a.m. and 4 o'clock p.m. Monday through Friday. The proposed water and sewer utility funds budget are not included in this notice. The Board of Public Works and Capital Assets reviewed the proposed budgets at their regular meeting on Tuesday, October 14th, 2025, dated this 21st day of October, 2025.
Thank you, Catherine. Max, you want to give it a little synopsis?
Of course. Thank you, Mayor and Common Council. Max Gagan, Deputy City Administrator and Finance Officer. So before you tonight is our public hearing for our 2026 budget. Just going to provide a brief presentation, just kind of highlighting what's included in the budget, as well as what the impacts may be for property owners in this community. So this first slide is just showing the property tax levy by fund. And really the things I want to highlight is you can see that the city's portion of the levy is going up $1.4 million, or about 5.4%. And you can see how that's distributed amongst the 5 funds. You can see the largest increase is really in the debt service fund, about $577,000. And again, that's very strategic, this being really the first year of debt service payments for that enhanced surface transportation rehabilitation program. And given the closure of TID number 7 earlier this year, we're seeing some decrease in the TID levy that's kind of helping offset that increase on the debt service fund levy. Just of note for the Common Council, the other taxing jurisdictions, they're apportioned levy, so a portion of their levy that is assigned to Oak Creek property owners. For all the jurisdictions, they're going up anywhere from about 6.9 to 13.13%. So a little bit higher than we've seen in past years. And part of that just has to do with the apportionment process. So when they apportion the levy, they're having to do it across multiple taxing jurisdictions. So they look at your equalized levy, and they also look at the levy on a TID out basis. So because we closed a very large district that had $160 million worth of increment, that really increased our TID out equalized value, which then shifted a little bit more levy to Oak Creek relative to others. But because the TID levy is decreasing about $3 million with the overall closure, TID 7, they kind of cancel. So just a summary of what's included in the 2026 budget when we look at our human resources. 3.5% wage adjustment for all city employees effective January 1st, 2026. One thing that's new for the Common Council is we were notified in the last few weeks that our Labor Association of Wisconsin employees, who's called the Law Group, they're not recertifying next year. So they're what was called a meet and confer bargaining unit who had 1-year collective bargaining agreements, and they can negotiate up to CPI, and CPI was 2.64%. So when we presented the budget in early October, we thought they were still recertifying, and we had the budget built as if it was a base increase of 2.64% and then a one-time payment of 0.86%. The budget did include a full 3.5% for all employees, so no real fiscal impact or adverse impact from this change. And those employees will be treated as all the other non-represented employees of the city moving forward. And then there were other various adjustments to certain management and technical positions to reflect market conditions and shifting responsibilities. Here's some of the additional human capital included in the budget, which is a part-time graphic design position, a part-time police aide, part-time librarian, and then some increased hours for a part-time library clerk to really help with the enhanced program and better staffing for the library operations. The 2026 capital improvement program. This is the first year where that capital improvement program included the enhanced surface transportation rehabilitation program. And as this group recalls, that really encompasses roads, sidewalks, and trail improvements. And we used to have $1 million of funding within the capital program. That's increased to $4 million in 2026. And with that additional work also created additional capacity. So the capital improvement program budget for all other equipment related purchases essentially doubled from $1 to $2 million. And all department requests were funded in large part due to that increased capacity for next year. Here's just a summary of the major projects that were included in that capital program. Total program was just under $10 million. $4 million is for that surface transportation program. We do have a replacement for a fire engine that is scheduled for delivery in the latter half of 2026. Continuing with our storm, water, ditch, and pond maintenance funds. So that was the first year program in 2025. Continuing with that moving forward. We do have an ambulance scheduled for replacement, our annual police vehicle equipment and replacement, and then larger projects with the building access control systems for all city facilities, and then replacing a snowplow. So looking at the projected city tax rate. So the tax levy of just over $28 million, and this is exclusive of any TID levy, and that projects a yields a projected tax rate of 5.25% or 5.25 mils, and that's a 5.6% decrease from last year's tax rate. This year's is 5.56. So the city-only portion of a tax bill is projected to be $1,938 per year for that median assessed home in Oak Creek, which is now $368,800, which comes out to about $161. And then this slide is just showing if you were to look at the annual and monthly tax bill and break it down by city services. So really highlighting that about 27% of all taxes go towards the police department for police and dispatch. The next highest being 18% for fire and EMS. And then the next largest is development, which at 14%. And when we say development, that is inclusive of the city's portion of the TID levy as well. And then administrative services being, administration, HR, IT, marketing, so on and so forth at 14%. Public works at 9%. You can see debt service is now 8%. That percentage has been increasing the last few years as we've taken on debt. And then refuse and recycling at 5%, health, recreation, and library at 4%, and engineering and inspection at With that, I would recommend that the Common Council adopt ordinance 3142, which would adopt the 2026 budget appropriation.
Okay.
With that, happy to answer questions. Well, I guess public hearing.
Yeah.
That answer.
Well, thank you, Max. As Max said, this is a public hearing. We will make 3 calls. Anybody wishing to speak on the 2026 budget, please come forward, state your name and address. This will be the first call. Second call. Third and final call. We will now close the public hearing and move on to item 5, which is an ordinance 3142, adopting the 2026 budget and making appropriations. I'll open it up to the council for questions, comments. Please address them to Max, and anybody want to take the floor? Questions? Alicia? Greg? Lisa?
Just for staff, Max, Andrew, just very seamless budget process. We appreciate the diligence and the hard work and the effort you put into that, so making life easier for us. We appreciate it.
Chris?
Thank you.
Yeah. Just echo Alderman Gill's sentiment. Thank you very much. And not just Andrew and Max, but all department heads and all employees for that matter. This is really a total team effort, and to make these numbers connect and work takes everybody. So thank you very much. Max, I know you pour a lot into it. We do appreciate you. So. Oh.
Sorry, I was
Andrew,
going to go.
Yeah, you got something to say?
I was going to go
ahead.
before you. I haven't turned my light on for a while, but I just want to echo your sentiments and thank you, Max, for his leadership on the budget. The management team, they have a lot of support now going in to these large planning exercises. Really, are what these budgets are for our group, and they have a lot of support to do that too. So thank you. The projects are becoming more complex. There's more projects out there. And as such, the budget documents get a little more complicated too, so it's a bigger effort every year. Thank you to the Common Council as well. I had the opportunity alongside Mayor Dan and Marcia Ware, our marketing and PR director, last week to speak to the chamber, kind of a quasi-state of the cities about all of the investments and the projects and the public work going on by your council and our management team. And these budgets really, if you look, we've been together as a group now for a while, our executive team and your elected team, and working together. This is really a series of projects, strategies, and decisions you've made, all encapsulated in these budgets every year. So thank you to the council for your continued support. Importantly, though, we hope this delivers for our workforce. You know, our 2 main constituencies, at least I believe this in my office, my main constituencies are the public represented through you and our amazing workforce. So we hope this budget delivers for them, because that they, every day, providing those basic services, allow us to have these, you know, rather fun conversations and decisions we have up here. There are elected bodies who discuss at budget time how they can deliver basic services around the country every year. So luckily, because of them and this group, we're not in that position. So thank you, everybody involved.
Great. Said Andrew. Okay, there's no further discussion, questions or comments. Motion on 5.
I will move to approve ordinance 3142, adopting the 2026 budget and making appropriations.
Marshall will second.
Roll call.
Alderwoman Marshall.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Haas.
Aye.
Lorick.
Aye.
And item 6 is consideration of a motion to concur with the mayor's appointment of Alderman Gell to the Standing Joint Board of Review for a 2-year term to expire in May of 2027. Little explanation for that. Andrew, you want to put it out there? Or, I mean, is a standing position.
I can give a little bit of color, sure. So we have a joint review board that governs the decisions of our tax increment financing districts, a representative of each of the taxing jurisdiction and jurisdictions involved, and then a resident at large. We have, it's been a while since we've had an annual meeting. We're going to go forward with those annual and as required meetings, and to do that with our aldermanic representative, we need to reappoint Ken to that position, which you've held for some time now, I think, Ken, so. That's why this is on the agenda this evening.
Thank you. Any questions, concerns? Yes. It is actually a standing review board. A little reversal in the wording there if for the motion. If anybody would like to make that motion, please feel free.
Clerk moves to concur with the mayor's appointment of Alderman Gale to the Standing Joint Review Board for a 2-year term to expire May 2027.
A second.
Roll call.
Alderman Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Haas.
Aye.
Lorick.
Aye.
Marshall.
Aye.
Item 7 is consideration of a resolution accepting the dedication of the public improvements and releasing the developer from the development agreement for the Hayday Oak Creek project. Matt?
Thank you, Mayor. I'm Matt Sullivan, Assistant City Administrator and City Engineer. Before you is that resolution to dedicate public improvements and release the developer of their responsibilities under the development agreement. This is for Hayday Development over off of Pewitz with the residential development with several structures that house either 4 to 8 single-family dwellings. This was a very successful one. Everything has been completed on Apple Drive to our satisfaction, and we'd just like your concurrence to release the developer of his responsibilities. Be happy to answer any questions.
Questions from Matt? Comments? Seeing none? Motion.
Guzekowski makes a motion that that the common council accept accepts the dedication and public improvements and releasing the developer from development agreement for Hayday Oak Creek.
A second.
Roll call.
Alderman Guzekowski.
Aye.
Haas.
Aye.
Lorick.
Aye.
Marshall.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
And item 8 is the License Committee. As Alderman Ritz is not present, I'll turn that over to President Gale.
Thank you, Mayor. Trust you've all had a chance to take a peek at the council report. Any questions, notations? Otherwise, I will move then to approve the various license requests as listed on the November 18th, 2025 License Committee report.
Marshall, second.
Roll call.
Alderwoman Haas.
Aye.
Lorick.
Aye.
Marshall.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
And item 9 is our vendor summary report. We are looking to approve the November 12th, 2025 report in the amount of $748,951.07. If you have any questions, concerns, please take the floor. The report is in your packet. If there's no discussion, questions, or comments, motion.
Marshall will move to approve the November 12th, 2025 vendor summary report in the amount of $748,951.07.
Guzekowski will second.
Roll call.
Alderman Lorick.
Aye.
Marshall.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Haas.
Aye.
And item 10 is consideration of a motion to convene into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin State Statute, Section 19.85, to discuss the following. Section 19.85, Sub 1, Sub G, Wisconsin Stats. Consider a claim submitted by Ted Lapella regarding audio equipment damages sustained on October 25th, 2025 at 410 West Town Square Way. President Gale?
Thank you, Mayor. Gail moves to convene into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin State Statute, Section 19.85, to discuss the following. Section 19.85, Sub 1, Sub G, to consider a claim submitted by Ted Lapella regarding audio equipment damages sustained on October 25, 2025 at 410 West Town Square Way.
A second.
Roll call.
Alderwoman Marshall.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Haas.
Aye.
Lorick.
Aye.
We will now convene into closed session, and we will return at its conclusion. Thank you.
Gail moves to reconvene in open session.
Roll call.
Alderman Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Haas. Aye. Lorick.
Aye.
Marshall.
Aye.
And item 12 is consideration of a motion if action is needed to be taken.
Thank you, Mayor. Gail moves that the council approve payment of the claim of Todd LaPella in the amount of $8,436.84 upon receipt of a signed settlement and release of all claims.
Marshall, second.
Roll call.
Alderman Guzekowski.
Aye.
Haas. Aye. Lorick.
Aye.
Marshall.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Before we adjourn, I want to wish everybody a very happy holiday next week. For those of you that are going out hunting, please have a safe and successful hunt. And please, inviting the public out, please join us for the turkey trek. Will happen Thanksgiving morning at Emerald Preserve. We are asking that you bring one perishable item or more to be donated to the local food bank at St. Stephen's for those in need. These times with food benefits being cut and everything like that, there's no better way to start a holiday than to share it with those less fortunate. So I hope to see you all there. I will be there at 8 o'clock. Alderman Guzekowski is always there with us. And I hope the rest of you can join us as well. And bring a friend. With that, we'll look for a motion to adjourn.
Also motion to adjourn.
Lorick seconds.
Roll call.
Alderwoman Haas.
Aye.
Lorick.
Aye.
Marshall.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Guzekowski.
Aye.
Night, everybody. Have a great week.